This is Everyday Man 2K, content creator of Everybody Loves Strong Mama Christie and SONCERAE. I would like to thank you for sharing your time with me today. Shout out to all my chat room members and listeners who may be listening in your car, in the kitchen cooking, working out, or just listening while you work. Your time is greatly appreciated. Make sure you hit thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and set it to all. Again, I thank you and I hope you enjoy this presentation. This is Everyday Man 2K, host of the channel with the same name and content creator of Everybody Loves SONCERAE, located in my playlist from the homepage. On this video, we will first look at my estimate on how much SONCERAE made off her fake suicide debacle. Then we will listen to her first YouTube live since her resurrection, where she talks about her plans on stepping back into life like bruh man through the back window of Martin's apartment. She also expresses her feelings on the YouTuber LOVELYTI's opinion on the social media site OnlyFans. And since she wants to talk shit about LOVELYTI, we're going to take a look at a YouTube comparison between the two to see if SONCERAE is even in a position to do so. I will then conclude with any final commentary and leave you with a step-by-step instruction on how to report SONCERAE if you choose to tickle your fancy. I will also leave a replay for those who came into this premiere late, and I will be hosting the chat room if you have any questions. Again, this is Everyday Man 2K. Let's get it. On the last update, I talked about Ray's Cash App account. Her account was actually taken over by a full-time account manager to monitor her activities. He did not indicate to me if the account was closed, but he did force her to take out the Cash App birthday solicitation out of her passing announcements. That Cash App reference is gone. On your screen now is a summary of Ray's number of subs and views by date since April the 25th. As you can see, everything popped off on April 29th when she gained 400 subs and went from single-digit thousands daily views to double-digit thousand daily views. There was a huge jump, but it was not long-lasting. The period of increase lasted only 4 days, from Wednesday, April 29th to Saturday, May 2nd. Then things went back down to normal. Over the 4 days, she gained an extra 40,000 views. If we take the industry average ad rate of $4 per 1,000 views, she made an extra $160. Now, to estimate donation amount, I am not using no damn 43,000 as the base because her sub count is bogus. Now, if her normal daily views are around 2,000, then her daily number of viewers is about 2,000. So I will use 2,000 as the base. Her estimated donor base is 5% of that 2,000, bringing her to 100 viewers who probably donated. So if we take that 100 viewers who may have gave about $20 for donation, you get $2,000 in Cash App donations. So the $2,000 in Cash App donation plus that extra $160 in advertisement increase gives her about $2,200 on the fake death come up. So Ray's entire life as she knew it was thrown away for $2,200, y'all. $2,200. $2,200 is what she made on this fake death come up. I'm going to let you marinate on that for a second.
Right? I know. Everyone's been asking me when I want to come back to YouTube. When you going to post some new content? When you going to blah, 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 blah. I took me a 5-month hiatus. And if you don't know anything about that, please go to my blog, MissSoncereaVideos.wordpress.com, and it explains why I took 5 months off and what I'm continuing to do on social media to keep my peace, okay? You can follow me on Instagram at TheRealSoncerae, and you can also follow me on OnlyFans. I'm onlyfans.com/Soncerae_XO. Now, I'm going to have a real conversation with y'all about OnlyFans. Now, this live stream is actually open to the public right now, but from now on, any other live stream that I do after this will be members only. So make sure you get your membership, whether it's on YouTube or OnlyFans, whichever. But I want to talk to you guys about OnlyFans because a lot of people, have like this negative feeling about OnlyFans. Today I was looking on YouTube, and I'm very limited about what I watch on YouTube, and I only watch a handful of, creators that are black. Actually, most of the content creators I watch aren't even black, because I watch a lot of true crime, and most of those content creators are not black. And today I stumbled upon this video by this content creator by the name of Miley Carter. Now, Miley Carter is trans, okay? And I first started watching her around the time she was in Atlanta and she was homeless. This had to have been like a little over a year ago. And that was the first time I had ever watched her. And I remember doing a video about her before. And so I've been watching her ever since. I don't catch all of her content because for some reason it doesn't pull up in my timeline. I literally have to go to her channel and just see what she, uploads. And it's the same thing with Lovely T. Everybody knows I love Lovely T, right? And there was a time where Lovely T was all in my timeline. It's like no matter what, I would see her stuff in my feed. And so now I don't see her stuff in my feed at all. And YouTube has changed drastically. And over the years, I've been on here for about 8 years. Over the years, things have changed so drastically. I've just been trying to find other ways to generate some income because YouTube demonetizes stuff for stupid reasons, and it's easy to lose money on this platform. You got to be careful about what you say. I mean, it's just walking on eggshells all the time. So with OnlyFans, you don't have to necessarily do that. Lovely T had made a video, and I'll get back to Miley in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna circle back to that. Lovely T, about a week ago, maybe about 6 or 7 days ago, made this video about this artist who had created a OnlyFans. And I forgot her name. I think her name is Suki Hana. Suki. Yeah, Suki Hana. I don't even know if she raps and sings or whatever. Anyway, so she decided that she wanted to make an OnlyFans. And I'm assuming the first video that she put up was of her giving oral sex to someone she was in a relationship with. And she ended up vomiting during it, and it was just nasty. Of course I didn't see it because I'm not on her OnlyFans, but I seen screenshots of it from Lovely T's video, and Lovely T was extremely critical of this chick. She was just like, ew, this generation of people would do anything to secure the bag. They'll do anything. They want demon time. And the first time I heard Lovely T use the term demon time was when the first time I heard her talk about OnlyFans and how Beyonce had been on the Savage remix with Meg Thee Stallion, and inside of Beyonce's verse, Beyonce was talking about getting OnlyFans. And she was going to get an OnlyFans because she was on demon time, right? So all of this negative connotation on top of being on OnlyFans probably stemmed from it, of course, being an adult content website for such a long period of time. Now, I don't know how long OnlyFans has been up, but from the time I saw that video that Lovely T did, I decided to start doing some research about it. And I started to see that there was so many people on OnlyFans who weren't doing sexual content. Okay, now during this time, I still hadn't decided whether or not I wanted to get an OnlyFans account. I just knew that there was people on there that weren't doing it. They weren't posting sex. It was like athletes up there, fitness people, tennis players, Bollywood actresses, comedians, musicians. It's a violinist on there doing some stuff. So even cosplay people are up there just doing videos and doing content. And the concept of OnlyFans is just the fans of you, whoever your fans are. So everyone knows I have this history of shooting eye candy photography, eye candy photos, photos for like magazines back when I was doing it, maybe King, Smooth, Black Men Magazine, just eye candy, just very suggestive stuff that's sexually suggestive, not necessarily porn, not necessarily nude or anything like that. Just really sexy images. People know me for that. That's part of the reason why I became so popular to begin with, was because of those type of photographs I took. So this is when I decided, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I decided to get back on social media after my long hiatus. I was trying to figure out how could I generate another source of income outside of YouTube. Anyone that knows me, I'm a businesswoman, I'm about getting my bread. Anytime I get on social media, it's about money. It's not about me trying to be, chasing clout, because clout don't necessarily get you the money. You could be popular and still be broke. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, if I'm going to be on social media and taking time away from my kids, I'm going to be generating some kind of money. So I was like, what is another way that I can generate money? Now, everybody knows I have more than one YouTube channel that I'm making money off of. A lot of my channels, I don't tell people I own these channels. I just run them. Then I have my graphic design business, of course. And as I was beginning to like do more flyers and stuff, I started to realize, okay, what other genre could I get in that would give me more graphic design clients? And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to put all of these photographs that I no longer have up online. I'm going to put them on my OnlyFans account, and this will be the only place where people can go to see all of these pictures that I have, because I have so many pictures, and those pictures didn't necessarily make me a lot of income when I took them. So it was like, how can I use these pictures that I took for like 10 years, thousands of pictures? What can I do with these images, and how can I generate money off of these images? And it was just like, okay, I'm going to use OnlyFans. So I posted these pictures up there on my OnlyFans and began promoting. Now, when I told my social media managers to begin promoting my OnlyFans, it kind of was like I popped out of nowhere. I just decided to start an OnlyFans, right? Because no one knew where I was for such a long time. And when I say no one, I literally mean like nobody. Because I wasn't really talking to anybody. I was keeping to myself for a lot of personal reasons, for my own mental health, for my own peace. And there was so much happening inside of this country between the protests and the riots and the coronavirus. A lot was going on. So I just was like, this is actually the time I need to be spending with my family and trying to stack my paper, and I need to stay focused. I have something else to worry about outside of the internet and the rumors that are being spread. I was just like, I really just don't have time for that. So when I came back on, and OnlyFans was was posted, and everybody was like, oh my god, she's doing porn. It's like, I was like, if these people actually took the time to go on OnlyFans, or if they had people that they admired that weren't inside of the adult entertainment industry and had an OnlyFans, they would see how many people are actually on there that do not do pornography. The top 20 OnlyFans creators, most of them don't do porn. I think it's like 3 of them that do porn, and the rest of them do like TV. They're musicians. They do stuff outside of porn. And we're talking about the top 20. Now, let me circle back to Miley, okay? Because I got off of Miley for a second. So I explained how I ended up on OnlyFans, and I think my first week on OnlyFans, I made like $2,000 on OnlyFans. So I'm doing good with that, by the way. And if you want to follow me there, see the content that I'm posting some new content soon, and the only time I'll post any type of videos, live streams with visuals, it'll be on OnlyFans. It's the only place I'm posting content that's, consistent on there. Of course, it'll be sex, love, and relationships like I always done. I separated the stuff that I usually talk about on my YouTube channel, my regular YouTube channel, where I would talk about the law of attraction or the universe or God and stuff. I'll keep talking about those things here. But if I'm talking about like single motherhood, I have a Facebook group for single mothers called Black Single Mothers Support Group. And that's where I'm putting all of my single mom content. So I'm not doing content. It's just private. Everything is privatized now and everything costs. So if you want to have access to any of my content, you have to become a member of my fam. You can't just be walking around all willy-nilly getting this free. You feel what I'm saying? I did that for a long time for everybody, and I just no longer want to do that. That's just not what I'm interested in any longer. And the people out there that really, really support me, they'll go ahead and pay for the membership. It's not expensive, especially even the YouTube, membership is cheap. So it's not like it's a lot of money that you're kicking out just to see my YouTube content. And my content is good and well put together. It's not like it's, like some raggedy content. I actually put forth some energy into my content. So anyway, on YouTube, um, I have over 1,000 videos, and you get to see over 1,000 videos depending upon what level of membership you choose on YouTube. But on OnlyFans, it's about sex, love, and relationships, and I'll be posting my pictures and stuff up there, even my selfies, my little videos and stuff I would have usually posted on Instagram or Facebook. I'm no longer posting on Instagram and Facebook. I think Instagram and Facebook is just going to be, that positive content where I'm motivating people like I've always done. But as far as sex, love, and relationship advice, that's going to be on my OnlyFans. And any other content that I want to talk about, maybe some current events, I'll probably put that on YouTube. Still going to be my funny self, when I do get back into gear of posting stuff all the time. So, if you love me, if you really support me, you know where to go. If you was just coming to my channel to hate, because I know that, people do that. I'm sorry, it's no content up there for you to, you go, at least you gonna have to pay for it. If you want to, actually hate, pay me to hate. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna hate on me, you gonna pay me to do it. You feel what I'm talking about? let's get all the nonsense out the way. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain, and you gonna pay me to entertain you. Okay, that's just what I do for a living, and if you can't respect that, then I understand. Everybody got their own. They can make their own choice and their own decisions. But everybody who supports me, I got a family. I take care of my son by myself. Oh, like finding my baby daddy is funny. Like we got this Where's Waldo thing we doing, me and my friends and my family and stuff, because we always know where my baby daddy is. Everybody always know where Priest at. He was caught recently on Panama City Beach. Somebody saw him there. And it's funny when people be like, "Oh, I saw your baby daddy and such and such and such." I was thinking to myself, like, this nigga somewhere laying on the beach acting like he ain't got a son to take care of. Like he paid child support this week. He paid his child support this week. $60 a week, y'all. He skipped that payment. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, so back to Miley. So Miley posted this video about Lovely T. It's called Dear Lovely T, Shut the Fuck Up, basically, is what it's called. And I was like, damn. I turned on the video because, I'm a Lovely T supporter. So I'm like, damn, this chick going, why? I love Miley. I've loved Lovely T longer because Lovely T has been a content creator longer. So I've known about Lovely T's content. And Miley is new to me. So I like both of them equally. So I'm thinking, oh, she about to give, like, this about to be either messy or she about to spill something that somebody else said. I've been trying to avoid the mess on YouTube. You got to be very selective about where you put your energy. Okay, where you sitting around at, where you like to roam, you gotta be careful. So Miley's like pissed because she doesn't like the way that Lovely T has basically went in on Sukihana for having an OnlyFans. Now, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, Lovely T had made a video about Suki and how Suki had just, created an OnlyFans. And this was just about a week ago that Lovely T made this video. This second video about OnlyFans, because the first one was about Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion and that Savage song. This time, Lovely T made a video about OnlyFans. She was talking about Suki and how Suki had put up a video of her giving oral sex to her man, and she ended up vomiting in the video, right? Which is so nasty, but everybody got their thing. You know what I mean? Everybody got their thing. It's just nasty to be, but whatever. So, so T going in on this chick, and Miley's going in on T because she's like, when y'all thinking about sex workers and prostitutes and stuff like that, y'all have to factor in the fact that men aren't always paying for sex. Now, I'm here to say this. I don't do pornography. But even just something as simple as my OnlyFans, a lot of them just want to talk to me. Like, it's guys out there that be like, "SONCERAE, spread your butt cheeks." I'm like, hold on, player. It's not that type of party over here. I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff just supposed to be for my man and not you. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't, right? That's just not my style. I just never done pornography, and I just don't plan on ever doing pornography. And so I got some guys on there that'll ask me for that, and I got guys, I tell them, you can ask me for a special request and I'll give you what you ask for, but it'll never be like pornography. I might do it implied nude or nudity, which is something that I've done in the past. This is not something new for me. I'm a model. That's what I've been doing. So I would do what I've been doing, but I'm not gonna do stuff like play with toys or myself, or just stuff. A lot of the stuff that guys would ask a porn star. So Miley's upset. I mean, she's just going in, and she's basically saying, "Listen, you know, not every guy is paying a chick to have sex," and I'm here to say that is so true, because sometimes guys just want me around. They give me bread for that. It's a guy that just randomly cashed at me $200 just to have a conversation. It's guys out here that's paying $1,000 just to see an implied nude of me. So you have to understand, for every guy that ain't kicking out no bread unless he see, some porn, for every guy that's out there that's like that, there's another guy out there that's don't need all that. Everybody fantasy different. And so I think what Miley's biggest thing was Lovely T being so judgmental of Suki, because Suki was making this choice to do porn with her man. Now, she was supposedly doing this with her man. It's not like she was just doing this with some random guy. And I remember in one of the clips, Suki was telling her man, he asked her what she wanted, and she wanted a store. And she told him, "I just want a store." And he was like, "That's it?" Like, "I could have bought you that a long time ago." Stuff like that. Whatever this woman has decided to do with her man, if them two decided to team together and do porn, they won't be the first couple, and they probably won't be the last. But this is basically what Miley's thing was. Lovely T was being judgmental. Now, here's my thing. All of the misinformation that people get stems from them assuming shit. A lot of times is they heard something or they assuming something. Like, a lot of people assume, oh, if somebody opens or starts up with OnlyFans, they must be broke. Nah, it's people out there with money that start OnlyFans because they want more money. It's just another source of income. You don't have to be broke to want another source of income. That's number one. Number two, people think that everybody that's on OnlyFans must do pornography. That's not true. If you go follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is SONCERAE_XO. If you follow me on Twitter, there are a list of content creators from OnlyFans on there that do not do pornography. Jordan Woods is on there and she doesn't do pornography. Okay? It's comedians on there that don't do pornography. Tennis players, athletes, cosplay people. musicians that don't do pornography that are on OnlyFans. OnlyFans, all you have to do is tell OnlyFans that you don't do sexual content. That's it. And you could be on OnlyFans as a creator. All it is you having enough attention, you having enough fans. That's all OnlyFans is about. You don't have to do pornography. You don't have to go up there and masturbate or go up there and have sex with your man or nothing like that. You don't have to do all that. It's not that deep. OnlyFans is for people who have fans, who have a following. If you have a following and you have people who want to buy your content, OnlyFans is going to work for you, regardless to what kind of content that you do. Now, here's my thing with LOVELYTI. LOVELYTI is cool with me. You know, when I took my hiatus and I was gone for 5 months, I was still talking to LOVELYTI. Eventually, after I came, decided that I wanted to just, finally start talking to people again behind the scenes, LOVELYTI was one of the first people that I spoke to. And me and her were having, a good rapport. We just always been like that. I consider her a friend. I will consider her a friend before I consider her just another YouTube content creator. I do not follow LOVELYTI anymore as far as her content because she's not posting up as much content as she used to. Like, I used to could get on Instagram and she was on top of it with every single story. It was like I didn't have to go anywhere else to see what was going on. Now it's like she's not posting as much, so I don't follow her as much. Now I gotta go like check out the Jasmine brand or Hollywood Unlocked or maybe TMZ, something like that to find out what's going on in pop culture or what's going on with entertainment. She not on top of it no more. T is now starting to focus so much on esoteric content, which is more like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And she's doing a lot of that on Discord. So it's kind of, when she's on Discord, it's kind of pulling her away from Instagram and YouTube because she's entertaining her Discord family and anybody that's following her on her Patreon. So she's making a move that is also beneficial to her financially, where you can really no longer post public like content because it's no longer beneficial financially anymore. That is the main reason why I decided to get OnlyFans. Now, my thing with LOVELYTI, when she was sitting around and just talking so nasty about anyone who decides to get on OnlyFans, it made me feel some type of way because I know she had to hear that I had one. And I don't think I said it to her, but when my OnlyFans popped up, everybody was kind of talking about it, and that would have been a perfect opportunity for her to come to me and ask me what's up. Like, you can't talk about something you don't know anything about. If you've never signed up for OnlyFans and you've never done it, it's kind of hard for you to understand what's happening. People was disgusted with YouTube when it first came out. I remember when years ago, when I first became a YouTube content creator, everyone was disgusted. Everybody was like, ugh, you on YouTube? Why? Why are you on YouTube? Like, because number one, it was so many white people on there, and number two, it seemed like the bottom of the barrel type of website, and nobody inside of the black community wanted to have anything to do with it. So it was just a handful of black content creators on YouTube, and everybody was like disgusted with YouTube. And it's suddenly now, a decade later, everybody wants to be a YouTube content creator because they see the money associated with it. I was on YouTube when there was no money being made. They didn't monetize videos around that time. People was just getting on YouTube being themselves. And then when it began to be monetized, I started making money. And then it wasn't until like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I started to see everybody suddenly wanting to be a YouTube content creator because of the popularity associated with it and the money that you gain from it. It's the same thing with OnlyFans. Everybody's sitting up here with all of this disdain as far as OnlyFans go, and you seeing how much money people making off of OnlyFans. Next thing you know, within the next 2 to 5 years, everybody gonna want to be on OnlyFans. So I'm telling everybody who's a content creator now, start building your fan base now. You can get money now. You do not have to have sexual content in order to be on OnlyFans. Just select that you don't have sexual content, and that puts you in another like place with the content creators that don't do it. Now me, of course, my modeling pictures are up there. So I have to naturally just choose sexually explicit content. I have to say I have sexually explicit content because of the pictures that I'm posting. They're suggestive. I may not be doing porn. I may not be doing any of the nasty stuff that y'all claim is just so ugly, but y'all doing behind the scenes. I may not be doing that, but it's still classified as sexually explicit. Okay. So again, no, let me not say again. Let me just say I was kind of disappointed in Lovely T's reaction to Suki because I know it's nasty, but to be so judgmental of people who work inside the sex industry, if they're doing what's working for them and they're not hurting anybody, why does it bother you? And here's another thing that I wanted to say as far as Lovely T goes. If you're going to speak negatively about Suki Hana, you got to have that same energy when you're talking about Cardi B. Lovely T loves herself some damn Cardi B. Her and Cardi B sit down and have private conversations together, and they all cool and shit. Why doesn't Lovely T have that same negative energy she had with Suki Hana with Cardi B? Because Cardi B is the same kind of toxicity. Let's not forget who Cardi B was before she became who she is now. We talking about hood Cardi B who could barely speak proper English, that was prostituting, that was stripping, that was making songs like all my money making niggas, where the cash at? Y'all remember that song? But she was talking about taking money away from these dudes who had families. Think about this. Go look at the lyrics of that song. She was basically saying, give me all your money, even the money that you're supposed to be spending on your family. Come spend it on me. This is what Cardi B was saying back then. So if you're going to look at Suki Hana as being toxic because she's trying to quote unquote secure the bag, let's not forget that Cardi B is that same person. Just because she not on OnlyFans having sex with her man doesn't mean her behavior isn't as toxic. Come on now, that WAP song that she just put out, the WAP joint with Meg Thee Stallion, that's not toxic. You don't classify that as toxic. You have to, because it's all in the same category. I'm just saying, match that energy. If you want to talk about it like this, if you want to speak to people who do sex work, and you're going to talk about them in a negative manner, make sure you do it with everybody. Don't be selective and picking and choosing when all of them do the same thing. Don't pick one that's your friend and decide to not have that energy, that negative energy with her because you feel like she your friend or you like her. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't understand it. So to me, everybody who is out here promoting something that's toxic, you can't say to everybody, oh, you a role model, you're not supposed to be doing X, Y, Z because you are a leader. You have people following you. Not everybody on that level. Right now, Cardi B is on that level to where it's little girls out there who want to be her. Not everybody inside of the sex industry has that. Cardi B definitely has that. So now it's time for her to switch her behavior. It's the same thing with somebody. Let's do it with a man. Let's flip the script. A man like Jay-Z. Jay-Z became a businessman. In order for him to lead and show other young men how to be businessmen, he had to discontinue selling dope. He had to stop being in the streets. So all of that old behavior that he used to do is now gone and he has to do something else. And that's what he did. He made the switch. He stopped talking about those type of things because he became a different person. Cardi B is now a different person. She doesn't need to be making songs about her Miss Lady. She don't need to be making songs about her WAP. She's in a different state now. She's in a different, like light now. if she's the type of person that was capable to sit down and talk with Joe Biden about politics, if you in a position to where that's even feasible, now it's time for you to change your behavior as a woman, because now you got a whole nother set of people looking at you wanting to be you. So if anything, Cardi B is worse than Suki Hana, because I don't see little girls out here saying they want to be Suki Hana. Suki Hana doesn't even have nearly as much success as Cardi B. I don't understand how Lovely T could have more respect for Cardi B than she does Suki Hana when Cardi B doing more damage. Now, then let me rewind back to what I was saying about this whole role model thing. People who are good parents not gonna let their kids listen to Cardi B or Suki Hana. Good parents not gonna have their kids looking at OnlyFans, so they're not gonna know what Suki Hana doing anyway. That's adult conversation. You know, some stuff, if you're a parent, you're not gonna let your kids see. I'm not even gonna let my 20-year-old see that. You know, I remember when my daughter came to me when she was young and told me she liked Cardi B. I remember when Cardi B was still on Love and Hip Hop. My daughter was like, I like Cardi B. I was like, excuse me, let me explain something. Let's sit down and let's talk about Cardi B. And I sat down and I showed her what Cardi B was doing. And I let her know that Cardi B was a stripper. Cardi B was in prostitution. Cardi B was a gang member. She was a blood. I let my daughter know this stuff so she could understand why I believe that this wasn't the type of woman that she should be trying to follow. Now, the conversation I had with my daughter about myself, about OnlyFans, before I decided to put up my OnlyFans, I sat down with my daughter and I said to her, listen, okay? Listen to this. I'm going to put all of the pictures that I used to take a long time ago and I'm going to put them on OnlyFans and make some money off of them. You know what my daughter said to me? Get that coin, sis. My daughter said, get that coin, sis. I was like, my daughter is a damn trip. My daughter funny. But listen. My daughter has seen people disrespect me because of my sexuality. She's seen people disrespect me because I'm bisexual. She's seen people disrespect me because I'm a woman. She's seen people disrespect me because of my skin tone, my race, you know, my economic status. Um, People have disrespected me because of my son's father. You know, it's she's seen people do it. And to me, I think it was more harder for my daughter to accept the fact that people were so judgmental in general. You know what I mean? Like, people are so critical of each other and what each other is doing, as if they don't have this long list of mistakes or things that they do that other people disagree with. And if you want to talk about being on demon time, let's talk about being on demon time. You know, you got things out there that are not supposedly of God. Okay, they're of the devil or they're evil, like being on OnlyFans or being promiscuous or something like that. Okay, there's levels to what God supposedly frowns upon. So let's put Lovely T in the mix. So you got people judging me, Suki Hana, and Cardi B for whatever we do with our sexuality. Well, people can still look at Lovely T and judge her for gossiping, being about that drama all the time. You know what I'm saying? Reporting all that drama. Or being divorced, right? In the eyes of God, divorce is a bad thing, right? It could be a number of things that she does in her private life that we know nothing about that we could criticize her for. Like this thing that she did with Tasha K. Her and Tasha K had got into it really bad over, who is this? I think it was Star Marie, and Lovely T and Tasha K had did something terrible to Star Marie. I think the person's name is Star Marie, right? If I can recall, my memory is shot. This had to be like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that. Was it 2 years ago? It was something like that. Anyway, they had did something terrible to this Star Marie person. It was really sneaky and it was really manipulative. But when I seen that Lovely T had done this, I was still loyal to her. You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand people. I understand that sometimes people make mistakes, and sometimes people do things that you may not agree with, that you could give your opinion on without you having to disrespect and degrade them. And I think what Miley's biggest issue was that Lovely T was disrespecting Sukihana because she felt that what Sukihana did on OnlyFans was disgusting to her. Even though that's Lovely T's opinion, because there's other girls on OnlyFans who looked at what Sukihana did and was like, I wish I did that with my man so I could get that coin. Not everybody on the same level. Everybody is different. And one of the things that let me circle back to my daughter. One of the things that I always taught my daughter, and I think this is why she gave me the response she did as far as OnlyFans go. One of the things that I taught my daughter was to not be so judgmental and critical of other people, because you don't know, number one, what they're going through, and number two, you probably did something worse or will one day, because you're a human being. So you can't look at another human being and judge them as if you are God. You have to allow God to do that. That's God's job. That's not your job to sit around and be judgmental of other people. You can give your opinion. Of course, everybody got an opinion. Hell, that's what YouTube, social media is based off of in general. People's opinions. So that's what I told my daughter, and I think that's why she just looked at me and said, Ma, basically, I'm not going to judge you. You took those pictures. You didn't make enough money off them the first time. Now you about to. Now you about to. And I always told her to never. I don't think she never really had any interest in taking the type of photographs I did, and I'm glad, she never really, some girls, like their daughters, like a lot of the models that I was modeling with when I was younger, their daughters have grown up to also be models. And inside of the industry, the modeling industry or the entertainment industry in general, it's such a tough industry, especially for a woman without any type of male representation. And I was telling a photographer the other day when I was talking to him about, new images and live streams and stuff that I'm going to post on my OnlyFans. I was telling him that back in the day when he and I used to shoot and be around each other, that inside of that industry, business and polite didn't go together. You can't mix the two, because kindness is mistaken as weakness when you're dealing with men inside of that industry. When you are a woman by yourself handling your own business, men are so disrespectful to you, whether you are in the modeling industry, whether you are just a singer or a rap artist or whatever it is. If you are on your own, a lot of the times men will come to you with all types of propositions, as far as trading sex. Is something that you have to deal with, and you end up having this rhinoceros tough skin in order to even survive inside of this industry. Just think about just me being on YouTube. Let's forget that I model. Let's forget that I'm a singer. Let's forget any of the things that I did in entertainment, and let's just talk about me being on YouTube. Just me being on YouTube alone. Think about all of the stuff that I've had to deal with that y'all see. Okay? You see it happening. You see unwarranted torment by other content creators because they're looking for likes and views and subscribers. And then I want you to think about what I'm dealing with behind the scenes that you don't even know of, that's political. Where you got YouTubers out here who think they're top tier, and they do whatever they can to try to destroy another content creator because they want to be king or queen of a damn website. Think about that. Like, let that sit with you. People out here doing the most undermining, evil, demonic, vitriol, vile shit to someone just because they want to be popular on this website. It's a website. It's not even the real world. It's them just wanting to be popular, or the king of this website, or the queen of this website. Or sometimes it ain't even this website, it's this sector, a specific sector of YouTube. Because you got reactors, you got people who are reactors, you got people who do what Lovely T do. They report the news, or they report drama, or you got beef channels, roast channels. You got all these different channels. You got beauty tutorial people. You got all types of different stuff, family channels, and it's beef. Or it's people out there who are trying to destroy somebody else's reputation in somebody else's community to make their community better. It's terrible. Just having to deal with that is terrible. So when you, and let's say you're not in the entertainment industry and you're not doing YouTube and you're not doing anything that has to do with being a social media personality, you're not an influencer, you're not any of that. Let's say you just work at, I don't know, CVS or Walgreens. Imagine the politics. Could you imagine going to work every day and have to deal with a coworker who is trying to do something to you in order to mess up your money? You could be working at a fast food place. You could be working at Burger King, and you will still have coworkers who are doing whatever they can to make sure your work life is terrible. Everybody can relate to that. Everybody that's listening to this and has ever had a job, you have had that coworker who has tried to do whatever they could to try to make your work life terrible or try to get you to quit. Now, I want you to imagine that one coworker that you hated, and I want you to multiply it by 10 or 20. That's how it feels inside of the entertainment industry. It's just more people. It's just more people. That's all, because you meet more people. When you're in the entertainment industry, you meet way more people, and you meet their people. It's just like so many things could go wrong in the midst of that if you're not careful. Not everybody gonna like everybody, and not everybody gonna be business minded. It's gonna be people out there who jealous, all types of stuff. So, anyway, back to Miley and Lovely T. So, the only thing that bothered me about Miley is she was on some ratchet. She was ratchet. She was really upset with Lovely T, and I kind of wish she would have did her commentary in a way that was a little bit more respectful, so people could catch the message of what she was saying without it seeming so emotional. You know what I mean? Speaking about it from a more logical perspective so that people could get a grasp of what she's saying. But I understand you got to put your emotions and stuff into it so it can be more entertaining, because sometimes shit get boring. I know. So yeah. So anyway, I kind of just want. I hope this doesn't start some weird beef between the two of them, because it's not even that serious. You feel me? I hope that one day Lovely T and Miley Carter could sit down and have like a conversation of some kind, because I don't think Miley knew who Lovely T was before she did the video. I don't think she had any clue whatsoever. And so I hope that Miley can, give T a shot, because T is not a bad person. She just could be real critical sometimes. Sometimes, and I just want her, like with this specific situation, I just want T to match that energy, that energy that she was giving Suki Hana. She gotta give Cardi B too, because they the same kind of, they're derivative of each other. Seriously, like come on, man. Like if you going to disrespect anybody that works inside of the sex industry, let's not forget Cardi B. You know, if you can't match that energy, just don't disrespect anybody inside of the sex industry, period. Just, I try not to judge anybody. I don't care if you doing porn, or if you a prostitute, or you doing like escorting or something like that. I try not to judge you, because we all live in this life and we all trying to maneuver through it. We come here to experience and to learn, and everybody got their own path and they doing their own thing. And that's all I can really do. So anyway, y'all come to my OnlyFans and check it out. Y'all come to my OnlyFans and check it out. I'm over here talking funny. I think I'm tired. It's onlyfans.com/soncerae_XO. I appreciate you listening. Please remember that I will be doing live streams on my YouTube channel, but they will be members only. So if you want to check those live streams out, make sure that you sign up for membership, okay? Also, if you want to see pictures of me, just pictures of me and actually video, because I'm only doing audios on YouTube, even in membership. If you want to see videos of me, you got to sign up for OnlyFans, because that's the only place I'm doing actual video at. I do FaceTimes. Oh, that's another thing. Miley was like, yo, just to do a FaceTime, a dude to pay you to do a FaceTime. She ain't never lied. Dudes out here paying me to do FaceTimes, and I ain't even got to do nothing but talk to them on the FaceTime. Come on, man. like it just depends on who you are. And I think a lot of the reason why a lot of men feel comfortable with giving me money and providing for me is because of the type of woman that I am. I dismiss any man that doesn't feel like I'm worth being provided for, regardless to whether or not, you know, he's with me or not. A lot of men just support me because of who I am, because I'm beautiful, because I'm an easy person to talk to, because I'm intelligent, because I'm giving advice. A lot of them just want to, you know, help me build what I'm trying to build. They know I'm not on OnlyFans just to be on OnlyFans. I'm on OnlyFans because it's another source of income. It's helping me take care of my son, and I'm doing everything for my son by myself. And I got this. I got this under control, you know, and really, at the end of the day, I can't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me and what I'm doing to help me survive. You can't give a fuck about what people think about you as a person. You got to go out there and do you. Because the same people that's sitting out here turning their nose up at what you're doing are going to be the same people that's going to wish they did it later on. Like I said about YouTube. When I was doing YouTube, people was like, oh, you do YouTube? All the time, that's all I heard for like years. And then next thing you know, now everybody want to be a YouTuber because of the check that come with it. So just think about that. When you got something that you want to do, you can't be worried about what everybody else think about what you're doing. You go out there and you do you. That's what the bottom line is. Miley, I wish you the best, girl. I hope you hear this. If you don't, you know, whatever. But and Lovely T, you know, just remember what I said about Cardi B and Suki. You know, just hear me out. You know what I mean? Like, try to be respectful with opinions too, because people be so rude when they give their opinion. You don't have to be rude when you give your opinion about somebody. You could just give your opinion. You ain't got to be all nasty, calling them names, all types of stuff. It's just too much. And that's the type of stuff that I wanted to get away with for the 5 months that I was not on social media. Just seeing how rude and cruel people are when they talk to each other, and when they address each other, when they disagree about something. It just gets so disrespectful for nothing. And that's the only thing that disturbed me about this video that Miley had done. And that's why I went ahead and just made a video about it. But anyway, thank y'all for checking me out. I appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with me. I love you for that. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.
This is Everyday Man 2K. Now, we just heard SONCERAE throw a little shade out of LOVELYTI, right? Okay, so let's look at a summary of YouTube performance to see if SONCERAE has any type of authority to be telling LOVELYTI what she should or should not be doing. Please put your screen on full view. Let's start at the top. The number of YouTube experience for LOVELYTI is 14 years, and for SONCERAE is 12. So they pretty much got in the YouTube game around the same time. Since they got into the YouTube game around the same time, LOVELYTI has got 907,000 subs. SONCERAE has been stuck on 43.9 subs for a while. The average daily views for LOVELYTI is 101,000. For SONCERAE is 619. The estimated monthly earnings for LOVELYTI is $12,000. For SONCERAE, she currently is at $74. And just for shits and giggles, The YouTube streets say Lovely T is rolling in a Lexus and SONCERAE is driving Uber. My source for this information is socialblade.com as of 10/10/2020. And note, the industry rate of $4 per thousand views was used to calculate earnings. This is Ebony Man 2K bringing you the next episode of Is SONCERAE Dead or Nah? As of May 11th, everything is pointing towards nah. There is still no real evidence that she is really dead other than a poorly written Facebook post. But there's tons of evidence that she is living by constant social media trolling activities that can only be attributed to SONCERAE herself. As mentioned before, YouTuber Jack Gully cited a report that shows her recently in Norcross, Georgia. And there may be something to that. In an old clip that I found that I will play later, Ray states that when her son Justice turns 2, she will make big moves to appeal for an increase in child support. Well, fast forward to now. Justice recently just made 2. And I suspect Ray is doing what she said she would do, making moves to appeal for more child support. And this may require trips to Atlanta to gather resources and probably to negotiate with priests. Another notion may be a housing move. It is my understanding that her first baby daddy was in real estate and has rental property in Gwinnett County that includes Norcross. Now, even though he may have moved himself to Maryland, he still may have property in Atlanta to provide for his daughter and SONCERAE if they are in need. He has provided for an adult SONCERAE before. On the last update, I talked about Ray's Cash App account. Her account was actually taken over by a full-time account manager to monitor her activities. He did not indicate to me if the account was closed, but he did force her to take out the Cash App birthday solicitation out of her passing announcements. That Cash App reference is gone. On your screen now is a summary of Ray's number of subs and views by date since April the 25th. As you can see, everything popped off on April 29th when she gained 400 subs and went from single-digit thousands daily views to double-digit thousand daily views. There was a huge jump, but it was not long-lasting. The period of increase lasted only 4 days, from Wednesday, April 29th to Saturday, May 2nd. Then things went back down to normal. Over the 4 days, she gained an extra 40,000 views. If we take the industry average ad rate of $4 per 1,000 views, she made an extra $160. Now, to estimate donation amount, I am not using no damn 43,000 as the base because her sub count is bogus. Now, if her normal daily views are around 2,000, then her daily number of viewers is about 2,000. So I will use 2,000 as the base. Her estimated donor base is 5% of that 2,000, bringing her to 100 viewers who probably donated. So if we take that 100 viewers who may have gave about $20 for donation, you get $2,000 in Cash App donations. So the $2,000 in Cash App donation plus that extra $160 in advertisement increase gives her about $2,200 on the fake death come up. So Ray's entire life as she knew it was thrown away for $2,200, y'all. $2,200. $2,200 is what she made on this fake death come up. I'm going to let you marinate on that for a second. Now, I hear a lot of y'all talk a good game on what you gonna do, what you might do, what you will do. Well, I'm about to see who really about it. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to report SONCERAE's channel for the fake death scam. First, go to her channel called SONCERAE Fan and click the About button. You should see a flag on her About page. Click on it and report her for spam and scams. Then under spam and scams, choose artificial traffic. And I want you to remember the artificial traffic choice for later. Then they would ask you to choose the videos that gain the artificial traffic. You should choose video 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 6. Those are the most recent videos that gain most of the artificial views from Ray's fake scam. At the end, add a summary and additional notes to complete the reporting. I wrote this as follows. I, as well as other viewers, suspect that YouTuber SONCERAE has faked her death to create artificial traffic to her channel. Now notice how I use the term artificial traffic in my writing, so it coincides with what they offered in terms of choice. You always want to be consistent with their terms. So everything is flowing from what I chose at the very beginning with that term artificial traffic, and I added artificial traffic to the summary at the end. Okay, so it goes on to say there was a posting in her YouTube community section that announced her passing and included solicitation for gifts and funds for her son's birthday. The solicitation in the post has now been moved, but the excess in views in her short period of time on her videos is obvious. You should be able to write something similar in your additional notes when you do reporting on SONCERAE's fake scam as well. This is Ebony Man 2K. We're about to go into our chat and music session. But first, if you would like to donate via Cash App, the Cash App ID is $EBMN2K. That's $EBMN2K. If you'd like to make a donation via PayPal, send it to paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. That's paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. And if you'd like to send it via Venmo, send it to @EBMN2K. That's @EBMN2K. Thanks.